Today represents yet another important milestone in the history of our nation, particularly with respect to the development of our infrastructure. We are met here today to commission this very important road bridge, the Afienya Road Over Bridge project, which has been constructed as part of the new 97.7 kilometer standard gauge railway line from Tema to Mpakadam. The project, a brainchild of the first MPP government of 2001 to 2009, when the highly respected Christopher Amiyao Akumfi was Minister for Ports, Harbors and Railways, was conceived to create a multimodal transportation network involving road, rail, and lake transportation, which will facilitate the haulage of cargo and the movement of people from the southern part of the country to the northern sector through a mix of intermodal transport systems. Currently, the transportation of domestic freight and transit freight between Accra, Tema, and northern Ghana, and further to Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, is essentially road-based via Kumasi, Tamale, Bogatanga, Navrongo, and Paga. This overdependency on our road network, coupled with the lack of other transport alternatives, particularly between Accra and Kumasi, has resulted in congestion, rapid deterioration of roads, and increases in road accidents. As part of efforts to address some of these challenges, the then Ministry of Ports, Harbors and Railways, in June 2007, commissioned a feasibility study for a multimodal transport link between Tema and Buipe through the Volta Lake. The study was successfully completed in 2009, stressing the economic, financial, and operational feasibility of the multimodal freight corridor. Subsequently, the Sixth Parliament, at the 14th sitting of its third meeting, held on Monday, the 31st of October 2016, approved by resolution both the credit facility and the commercial agreement between the Ministry of Finance and the Exim Bank of India, with Afcon's Infrastructure Limited, also of India, as the contractor for the project. Its implementation is yet another manifestation of the strong historic links and relations between Ghana and India. And I'm happy that the Indian High Commissioner is here with us today. The project will address the imbalance between transport modes for long-distance transit and domestic freight movements from Accra, Tema, northwards, and vice versa, using the Volta Lake transport system. In particular, existing port operations at the Tema port will be improved, resulting in reduced vessel waiting time, container dwelling time, which will improve the competitiveness of the port, as well as lead to reduction in freight transport costs and enhance safety. Transporting freight and transit cargo via the lake transport system reduce cost of shipment and, by extension, reduce the cost of doing business in Ghana. Not only will it increase transit cargo volumes through the lake, but will also expand domestic shipments to and from the lake, and will serve as a boost for agricultural enterprises within the environs of the lake. Ladies and gentlemen, a few minutes ago, I had the opportunity to inspect some of the ongoing works at the Afienya railway station, as well as the works on the track. And I'm very happy with the progress made so far. I'll also proceed from here to inspect the Volta Rail Bridge over the Volta River to assess the status of work. I've been assured by the contractor that the few outstanding works remaining on the project will be completed and the project handed over to government for operations within the first quarter of next year. The Tema-Mpakadam multimodal transport project, when successfully completed and operationalized, will link the Tema port to the lake transport network, especially the north-south movement over a distance of some 400 kilometers, and open up the lake to the transportation of not only fuel and cement, but also containerized cargo and agricultural produce from the northern enclave in Afram Plains to the port of Tema and other destinations. Other economic benefits of the project include: 1, reduction of pressure on the road network, including the Eastern Corridor roads, which are under vigorous construction, thereby reducing their early deterioration and increasing their service lifespan. 2, minimization of the cost of transportation of bulk commodities, containers, and agricultural produce to the ports and other destinations. 3, provision of affordable, reliable, and alternative means of transport for passengers who are not served by the road transport system along the corridor. And 4, construction, operation, and maintenance works of the railway infrastructure, which will provide direct and indirect employment to a significant number of Ghanaians. Ladies and gentlemen, this ceremony is part of a series of infrastructural projects lined up in the railway sector to develop and extend railway service across the length and breadth of the country. I want to reaffirm my commitment and determination to provide an enabling environment and support for the development of a modern railway system that will not only benefit the present generation, but also generations yet unborn. I express my sincere gratitude to the chiefs and people of the communities who have been directly and indirectly affected as a result of the construction of the railway. Your patriotic support has led to the successful execution of the works so far, and I believe, as the ultimate beneficiaries of the project, you will continue to own, maintain, and safeguard this national asset in order for the railway line and its associated infrastructure to live beyond their expected lifestyle. And I want to express my appreciation to the Paramount Chief of Prampram, Nenetete Waka III, for his words of commendation of the work done by my government in his traditional area of Prampram.